Sometimes, to create the life you truly deserve, you have to stop listening to reality and start listening to yourself. Not logic, not fear, and not the voices of people who have never lived the kind of life you've always dreamed of. You have to start listening to your inner self who isn't scared to be seen, to be bold, to dream big, and to not have limits. And yes, it's a little delusional. Hello everyone and welcome to High Soul Podcast. In today's session we will talk about how you can actually achieve your dreams and what it takes to achieving each one of them in every aspect of your life. Let's get into it. People love to say, be more realistic, don't get your hopes up, or that's way too much for you. But the truth is, people say that because they have settled. Because they've stopped dreaming a long time ago and their version of what's possible is painfully small. But when you're trying to build something extraordinary, realism becomes nothing but just a pretty mask that fear wears. And I will give you examples for this. Every single woman who has ever done something iconic, for example, changing her life or creating a business, transform her body, build her love or build success, whatever it is, she has been called delusion at some point. And do you want to know why? Because she believed in a future that didn't exist yet, and she believed in herself and a version of herself that people couldn't see yet. And that's the whole point. When a woman is in her real feminine energy, she doesn't operate from facts. She operates from knowing, from intuition, inner guidance, and inner version. And that's pretty much a blessing for her because that way she can feel the success before she even has it. She can feel the love before it shows up, and she can feel her business thriving before she even starts it. The most beautiful part here is that her energy, her choices, and just her behavior, all of them begin to align with the woman she believes she will become. She begins to transform into her future self, and that's the magic of being delusional. It's not fantasy, it's pure creation. So I have a question for you. How many times have you heard, that's impossible, you're too young, you're not ready, you don't know what you're doing, or you just have to be realistic? In fact, those statements reflect the reality of the person who has said this to you and not yours. If you start to listen too much, you shrink, you start doubting yourself, and you even start asking for permission instead of trusting your path. But you're not here to settle, to shrink, or to live a copy of someone else's small life. You're here to break the pattern, you're here to rewrite the story, and you're here to simply create a reality no one in your environment has ever seen before. And in order to create all of this, it requires a little delusion. You need a vision that wakes you up in the morning. You need a vision that keeps you going when you're tired and you want to give up. You need a vision that only you can see, but you know deep down it's yours. And yes, sometimes you will feel like you're the only one who understands it, like your dreams are too big for the people around you, or you're speaking in different languages and you're just like living in a different universe. And that's not a sign that you're wrong. It means that you are meant for more. When a woman becomes delusional, she starts acting like her future self. She dresses differently, she walks differently, she talks differently, she makes decisions from a place of power and not fear. She stops settling, she stops begging, she stops chasing, and she stops explaining herself to people who simply cannot understand her. And instead, she begins to embody the woman she knows she's meant to be. Her standards raise, her energy shifts, her boundaries strengthen, and her presence just becomes magnetic. And this isn't delusion, this is evolution. And I will say it once again, not everyone will understand you, and that's perfectly fine. Some will say you're arrogant, some will say you're too much, some will laugh, some will judge. But let me tell you something. Have you ever seen a fulfilled, successful, confident person mock someone else's dreams? Let's think for a moment. Well, no. The people who are mocking your dreams are actually the ones who gave up on theirs. People don't dislike your dreams. They dislike what it reminds them of, and that's their own limitation. So let them talk to you, let them doubt, let them misunderstand you, because you're not building your life for them. Reality bends for the woman who believes first. That's the truth. That's the whole secret. nothing else. Being delusional means to act as if your success is inevitable, to move like your desires are already on their way, to walk like the life you want is already yours, and most importantly, to carry yourself like a woman who doesn't fear the outcome. Because this type of woman knows the outcome. She knows she's being guided. She knows things will align. She knows good things are meant for her. She knows she's the chosen one. And the moment you tap into that energy, life starts adjusting itself around you. Opportunities come, ideas flow, people appear, doors open. Not because it's magic, but because you finally became the woman who could receive it all. So my final message to you is just to be delusional. Believe beyond logic. Dream beyond reality. Move like your future is already guaranteed. Because reality always catches up to the woman who has the courage to believe before she sees.